Jared, put some sauce on this one. Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round, all over the town. Doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. Doors on the bus go open and shut. Workers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. Workers on the bus go swish, 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 all over the town. Vehicles on the bus go click, click, click.
Yo, what up, folks? Welcome to the Bus Driver Chronicles. It's your favorite bus driver here, Mr. Reedus. Man, hope y'all had a dope weekend, man. Hope the weekend was everything you needed it to be, everything you wanted it to be. Hope you relaxed, had some fun, shared some laughs. I know some of you had some birthdays. Happy birthday to you and yours. If you had to work, hopefully work wasn't too stressful. Hopefully you got some time to, enjoy yourself. But again, favorite bus driver here, Mr. Reedus. Welcome to the Bus Driver Chronicles. As always, do me a favor, like, heart, laugh, sad, whatever. Just interact with the video. Do me a favor. Also, say hello to your boy. Speak. Say hi. I'm saying hi to you. Say hi to me. I'm saying hi to you. You say hi to me. I say hi to you. You say hi to me. That's how it goes. What's up, deuces? Hope you're doing well this evening. We're going to get started here in just a moment, man. Just a little recap. I'm wondering how the third day of school went for you all, how the traffic has been, how are your kids doing, how are you doing, all of that good stuff. We're going to hop into that conversation here in just a moment. But as always, we're going to do a little bit more of the wheels on the bus while everybody gets rested and, come in and chill for a little bit. We'll hop into it here in just a second.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round, all over the town. Doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. Doors on the bus go open and shut, all over the town.
All right, folks. Again, it's your favorite bus driver here, Mr. Reedus. Welcome to the Bus Driver Chronicles. Do me a favor, if you're in here, speak to me, speak to each other, say hello, say hi, interact with the video. The more you interact with the video, the more eyes are on the video, the more you participate in our conversation tonight. I don't plan on being long tonight. It's been a long day. I'm tired. All right, man. I'm going to give you about 30 minutes max. And I mean, max. I just want to hop in really quick and see how you all are doing. It's the third day of school. Wondering how your kids are doing, how they're liking, their teachers, how they're liking their new friends. If they are bus riders, how they're liking their bus driver. You as a parent, guardian, citizen, how is the traffic out there for you? Are the buses coming on time? Have there been any delays? I'm curious to know your perspective as those that are out there as motorists and as parents. I have my perspective as a bus driver and my fellow bus drivers, the compound I get privy to hearing different things over the radio and speaking with my fellow bus drivers, how things are going for them. But I'm curious to hear from you all tonight. But again, I won't be here long at all. So really quick, first day of school was what it was. It was last Thursday. I think the biggest takeaway from last Thursday was the traffic. The traffic was really, really bad at some schools because of the car rider lines, with there being the cut of buses provided for transportation this year. There has been a drastic increase in students who are being driven to school, hence the car rider lines. And some schools are better equipped to deal with that traffic than others. So we saw quite a bit of issues last Thursday. I do feel that Friday got better. And on today, which is Monday, I've actually heard a lot of improvement. I myself, when I drove by Schaffner, I have to drive by Schaffner to get to my third school. And on Thursday, it was trash. Thankfully, I knew the area. I was able to take the back way, boom, 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 and get to where I needed to go. Friday was better. It was less traffic. Today, there was no traffic. there was no traffic this morning at Shafton Elementary. Now, I don't know what it looked like this afternoon, but it was literally night and day from Thursday to today. So kudos to Schaffner, whatever you did. When I drove by, I saw many cars in the line. I just think that they found a better way to manage that traffic, to manage those car riders, to getting those buses in and out. So again, a big shout out to Schaffner Elementary. Whatever y'all did, it seems to have worked. Keep doing it. I hope it improves even more and more. I don't know how it can improve any more than today. There was literally no traffic. I drove right up Crumbs Lane, had no issue, no congestion, no nothing. From my understanding, from what I heard, PRP was a lot better today too. I'm not sure about any other schools. Johnson, I heard, was really, really bad. I've not heard anything about Johnson. I'm actually waiting for one of my friends, one of my drivers, to get back with me. If you're watching tonight and you drive out of Johnson, or if you know somebody out of Johnson, let me know how it was. I'm curious to know how that traffic was. But again, as always, start of the school year, a lot of changes have been made, so there's a lot of room for adjustment. I'm giving a lot of room for grace because some of these schools are handling traffic they've never seen before. So I'm giving them some grace. Doss High School was very interesting this afternoon for dismissal. Dismissal was a little bit chaotic. But I'm trying to give them some grace. It was better Friday. I don't know what happened between Friday and today. It was better Friday, but today was like, what is going on? And I know that they're not used to having this many buses in their space. So I know that they're adjusting. They can only make the plan for as best as they can foresee how to execute it. And now that they're seeing how the execution is going, so hopefully they go back to the drawing board and we can find some solutions sooner. It is my hope that they are trying to coordinate with some coordinators or some drivers. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna pull up to the assistant principal tomorrow and say, hey, a few suggestions because y'all might need it. I don't want to, discredit whatever work you all are doing. But if you're not speaking directly to bus drivers, it might be to your hindrance. Like you might need to speak to people who are in transportation to better create a better flow getting in and out of that school in the afternoon, because it's already tough traffic because of the elementary school next to Doss. Manslick / St. Andrew's Church Road is always congested in the afternoon, whether school is in or out. So it's just a heavy traffic area, period. Don't let there be a downed vehicle, an accident, a disabled car, anything, any type of hindrance on there, and it is just stupid. Because if you've ever been on Manslick, St. Andrew Church Road, it's one way both ways. There's only two lanes, going that way and going this way. That's it. So it could be really, really bad. So just kind of depends on what that looks like. Let me hop in the comments really quick, see if y'all been answering any of my questions. Let's see here. Manual was awful first day, second day better, and today was lovely. Let's go. I love hearing that, right? I'm glad Manual did a better job today. Daniel Palmer says Schaffner is still struggling in the afternoon big time. I can't speak to that because I don't drive out of in the afternoon. I didn't hear anything over the radio, but I also don't know if any of my drivers come out of Schaffner in the afternoon. But I'll look into that for you. I'll ask around about that. Anita said afternoon was still crazy. But they're trying. Yeah, they're trying. Danielle Palmer again says, I teach there. It's not our admin's fault. We only have so much space. Exactly. So let me speak to that really quick. That's what I talked about last, and actually just now. I said some of these schools are not equipped to handle the heavy flow of cars and buses coming in. They've not had this huge influx of car riders before. So, and then the position of the schools and just the structure, the grounds, as Danielle said, their space. They don't have the space to handle that type of traffic as efficiently as they would like. So I think they're doing their best. Hopefully some better solutions can come about. Again, this morning was cake. I don't know what can be done differently in the afternoon. I know the best thing that could possibly happen has happened was that Butler and Shafton have different start and end times. And if you don't know about Butler and Shafton, they both reside on Crumbs Lane. And when they used to let out similar times, it was dog water. So that at least they had the foresight to say there's no way we can let these schools out at the same time or relatively the same time. Let's hop back in the comments. Ray said Farnsworth needs to figure something out. Cane Run and Lee's Lane were locked. That is so true. I actually drive out of Lee's Lane Thankfully, I don't drive for Farmsley. I'm out of there before that traffic starts, and I'm out of there before by the time it ends. So thankfully I don't have to see that. But a few of our drivers do drive out of Farmsley, and they have all expressed that the traffic is tough. And I don't know how they can fix that. The crazy thing is because of the increase in car riders at Farmsley, they're actually tunneling the car rider line through our compound. So we have cars coming through our compound and our parking lot, which I'm not a fan of because not everyone's a good driver, or some of you all are negligent out here. My baby sits in that parking lot, and I promise you, hell will be paid if y'all touch, scratch, hit, dent my baby. We gonna have problems. I don't want to be that guy. But Ferns is having a rough go at it. I know a few other schools are. So again, as I said before, man, we are trying to. I'm extending grace and practicing patience, and I hope you all are too. Again, first week of school is always rough. Period. New busing plan put out, new school time have been put out, so there are going to be hiccups. There are going to be delays. There are going to be problems. On both the transportation side, inside of school, outside of school, on all ends, there will be issues that need to be worked out. So it's my moment to encourage you all yet again. Please practice patience, extend grace. I have been seeing a lot more posts of parents giving kudos to their schools, their prospective schools that their kids go to, about the excellent job they are doing, getting kids in and out of school, the car running lines, busing, and things like that. So kudos to all of you schools who are doing very, very well with this new change. Kudos to those who are posting positive things about this change and positive things that they're seeing. I saw several people, like someone just said a moment ago, the first day was trash, but today's much better. Those are the things I like to hear. I like to see, because it just creates a sense of hope and lightness to the whole situation, instead of all of the bashing that I see day in and day out. I have elected the past few days to really actually stay off social media. They're getting on my nerves. So I may hop on, post something, look at something or whatever. I'm not scrolling because then I'll go down the rabbit hole, get into the comments, and then y'all going to annoy me. Somebody almost got me last week on Dear JCPS. Somebody said something, just posted a little something, and somebody replied. I replied one time, and I just said, but that's my piece. I'm bowing out of this. I'm not going to engage any further. They replied. I did not engage any further. I said what I said. I'm done. Y'all not going to get me anymore back in these comments about this stuff. I'm not going to do it. All right, let's see here. A few more comments here. Anita, she drives out of Leeds Lane, special needs. She said there were 3 Shelby officers on Crumbs Lane this morning pulling folks over. But what were they when it came time for dismissal? What were they pulling people over for? They were probably just doing traffic stuff. I mean, like literally pulling. Actually, when I came out this morning, I was probably by McDonald's, and I saw a car. I don't know if it was unmarked. No, it was an actual police vehicle parked on the side, and I drove by, and another car came up, and I saw him. Boop, 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 boop. I was like, "Oh, got him." So they out there doing a different type of job. I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting to say the least. What's going on, folks? Right, who else we got in here? Megan. Hello, Megan. Make sure, as always, when you hop in, make sure you speak, say hi to your boy, all that good stuff. Let me see here. Is there anything else I want to share? You all are still terrible drivers. You all are. You know what? I went to Costa Rica. 2 weeks ago. And in the city that I was in, Aco, Costa Rica, and in that particular city, they had little to no stop signs and no stoplights. It was kind of chaotic in some places, but everyone knew. People let people over. People had grace. As chaotic as it was, I would still prefer to drive in Costa Rica than I would here. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I mean that with they don't even have stop. I would prefer to drive. I was less stressed And there they would have a lot of people drive mopeds and motorcycles, and they don't care anything about the laws of the road. They would like literally just pull up right next to you on like an off ramp or the side of the road. It's not even a lane. They'll just pull up and drive by and all that stuff. And it was kind of weird at first, but I got used to it. I'd still rather deal with that than the way you all drive out here in these streets. You all. No, again, like I said before, no wonder Kentucky has the highest insurance, I think, in the world, in the nation. It's among the highest to get insurance in the state because you are terrible drivers. You have no patience. You disregard the laws left and right. You do not use your turning signals at all. You run my stop sign day in and day out. But I'm not gonna hop into that today. I'm gonna be as positive as I can. I don't feel like having an attitude right now. Yeah. So really quick, a few tips for you motorists out there, parents, so on and so forth. One thing again, just please do your best. Adhere to following the laws of the road, especially when it comes to our stop signs. If you see yellow, just go ahead, prepare to stop. When you see yellow, that means the bus is preparing to stop to pick up and drop off. You got kids crossing streets, running, so on and so forth. Let's just be safe and go ahead and just stop. When you see the reds, you're going to see the stop sign come out. Absolutely stop. Okay, once all of that goes away, boom, keep it moving. Understand this, you parents in the car rider lines, the buses have the right of way. When the buses come in or coming out, they have the right of way, unless you are being specifically directed by a traffic attendant. What do we call those? Crossing guards, or someone directing you, telling us to stop and you to go. By all means, follow whoever's out there with the baton and the vest, so on and so forth. But outside of that, on the school grounds, inside of school, the buses have the right of way. I understand you're trying to get in and out, but so are we. We've got all these kids who are trying to get home. So please understand that. 2, parents, not just my elementary kids, but middle school and high school as well. Have a conversation with your kids today, tonight, tomorrow, sometime very, very soon. Make sure they understand where their stop is and the time of their stop. Understanding in the mornings to be there 5 minutes prior. Excuse me, if they don't understand the word prior, before the time of the stop, make sure they're there 5 minutes to the time of the stop, okay? Make sure they understand where the stop is. They know the street and the cross street, okay? Dixie and Crumbs and Dixie, whatever it is. Make sure they understand that. The parents of your younger kids, again, I'm going to say it one more time because I'm still having issues on my bus with kids not knowing their names, not knowing your names, their numbers, not knowing where to go when they get off the bus. You get to their stop. I know they get off here, but you're not there to greet them. So now they're afraid. They don't want to get off because they don't know how to walk home, even though they are of age to do so. The only people that we are mandatorily, the only students that we have to wait for or we cannot let off the bus are kindergarten students and special needs. So if your child is in first grade and up, if they know how to get home, we can release them off the bus to walk home. If you don't feel comfortable with your child walking home, then it is very important that you are there on time. Really, the rule of thumb in the afternoon is to be there 10 minutes prior to the start time. Okay, be there 10 minutes. Am I saying prior? Yeah, I'm saying it right. Be there 10 minutes before the stop sign, stop time rather, so that you are there. There are oftentimes, especially right now, we're probably running a little bit early. The first schools that are being let out. So it's really important that you are there early. If you do not want or allow your child to walk home by themselves, you need to be there. Because if you are not there, we are not taking the time to call the compound saying, can you call this number, see where they are, so on and so forth. If they say they don't know where they are, they won't get off the bus, so on and so forth, we are taking them to our next school. And then again, it is your responsibility to come and get them. Whether you're at work, at home, chilling, whatever you're doing, it is now your responsibility to make sure that they get home. So be there on time and you don't have to deal with that. I think that's about it. Anyone else have anything to add? I'm not sure if I'm seeing all the comments here. Hopefully it's coming in real time. But again, like I said, I didn't want to be here that long at all tonight. I see improvement across the board. I'm speaking specifically on the transportation side. The buses, as far as our times, and the way everything is running, it is running fairly smoothly. I don't know of too many buses that are running too far behind. If they are running behind, it is not because of the schedule. It is typically because of traffic, or if we have issues with students getting off the bus, the kindergarten students, so on and so forth. Those are the only things that, from what I'm hearing on the radio, that are causing delays: traffic and student issues, not getting off the bus, not knowing where they're going, so on and so forth. I'm glad to see that a lot more people are exhibiting patience, are giving kudos. Please keep that going, keep the momentum, keep it balanced. Hopefully balance more on the positive than the negative, but let's counteract all the negative out there and speak about the good things that are happening, not just the negative things. And if both are happening, you can put that in the same post. You can say, today was rough, blah, 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 but and That way, throw a little caveat in there, throw a little love, in a day that wasn't the best. It's easy to do. I promise you it is. But yeah, let's try to keep some positivity out there as we're facing this new territory that we're dealing with. Okay. All right. I think I'm done for today, man. Again, I told you I didn't want to be here on here too long tonight. I do want to end on a note that I did not prepare to speak on. If y'all would, just give me 30 seconds really quick. Give me one moment. I apologize. Okay, so I'm not getting the information that I want, that I'm looking for right now. But if you're not aware, I believe it was the first day of school. An Iroquois high school student, I believe it was Iroquois, overdosed. And I heard people saying that their student passed. I heard people saying that there were no reports on it. I just try to do a quick little Google search on it. I'm not finding anything about the status of the student. So all I'm going to say is please keep everyone involved in prayer. That students, family, friends, the teachers, staff, so on and so forth. We're keeping that situation lifted. I do apologize. I didn't do my due diligence to research that before speaking on it. So if anyone has any information on that, feel free to throw that in the comments. All I'm hearing is hearsay. I didn't see anything definitive about what happened there. All I heard was there was an overdose, and there was nothing else saying, yes, the student passed or the student is in critical condition, so on and so forth. But to speak to that, that is a very unfortunate situation. And, we understand that recreational drugs are part of what kids are involved in their youth. That's everyone. I think anyone watching this at some point in time was offered some type of recreational drug. Some of you said yes, some of you said no, some of you said yes, then said no, some of you said no, then said yes. But it's either way, these kids are kids. They're immature, they're peer pressure, so on and so forth. So many different reasons behind why this happened. But I'm just keeping that situation lifted. Speak with your kids about drugs, about alcohol, about peer pressure. Ask the tough questions. That's really what I really want to say. Ask the tough questions. Have the uncomfortable conversations with your kids that you don't want to have, but you need to have. It's very important that you are aware of who your child is becoming as a person, not just who they present to you at home, at church, at basketball practice, whatever, so on and so forth. Get involved in their lives, invade their space. If they're living at home with you, their space is your space. So again, get involved, ask those tough questions, have those uncomfortable conversations to prevent catastrophe, to prevent your child from becoming someone that you weren't aiming to raise. Okay, that's my little public service announcement on parenthood, which I know a little bit about, but I have no children, so I don't know if that discredits me. But yo, man, thank y'all for hopping on to the Bus Driver Chronicles again. I just want to hop in and give a quick little recap. Didn't have a lot to share today, but I do hope that things continue to get better. If you're seeing things get better and you utilize the social media to share what you're experiencing as a parent, motorist, so on and so forth, please share those things. If things aren't going as planned, if things are frustrating you, upsetting you, it's my hope that you are reaching out to the proper people to get those issues resolved and not just hopping on social media to bash, bash, bash. I do believe that the majority of the people that are involved in this plan, educators, admins, so on and so forth, that they're doing their best to service our children, to service our community. I'm not saying everybody's the greatest. I'm not saying everyone's giving their 100% on all accounts. I'm not going to say that. I don't know that to be true, and I know that people are people. But I think the majority of those involved in making decisions and implementing these actions are trying to do their best to service everyone equally. So I think that's all I've got for tonight, man. I think I'm right at almost about 30 minutes, so I'm not going to belabor the hour. Okay. This is how tired I am, man. I'm questioning my vocabulary left and right. I'm over here, man. So again, thank y'all for hopping on tonight. I'll catch y'all. I think I'm going to do the Bus Driver Chronicles bi-weekly instead of weekly, or just kind of as needed. I think this first month, I probably maybe try to aim to do it every Monday, but starting September, I'm probably going to switch it to bi-weekly, or again, as needed according to what's happening in these JCPS streets. But again, as always, man, thank y'all for hopping on. If you have any questions, anything I didn't answer, anything you're curious about, throw it in the comments or hit me up directly. I will gladly converse with you about whatever those things may be. You all have a great one. As usual, the wheels on the bus will continue to go round and